Chosen One, your departure is not a delay. It is a divine decision made in the courts of heaven. I have watched you stay longer than you were supposed to, tied to places, people, and positions that served their purpose but expired in silence. This next move will not come with fanfare or applause. It will come with divine disruption. You feel the pressure because what was once permission has turned into resistance. I am the one stirring your discomfort, for without agitation you would have tolerated what I am trying to deliver you from. This isn't abandonment, it's alignment. The door that is closing is not an end. It's a beginning disguised as a goodbye. When I ordain a departure, no man can delay it. I am not asking your surroundings for approval to move you. I'm commanding your elevation by authority. The rejection you've experienced lately wasn't sabotage, it was strategy. I allowed them to misunderstand you so you wouldn't stay confined in a chapter that no longer carries your anointing. This is not about your feelings, it's about your future. You cried because you thought you were being forgotten, but you were actually being set apart. What felt like loss is making room for release. The weight you've been carrying was never meant to come with you. You're being delivered by disconnection, and what you lose now will never compare to what I'm bringing next. Don't be surprised when people start falling off without explanation. That silence is me speaking. When your season shifts, so does your circle. I have to remove the ones who can't handle your elevation because they would only sabotage your next dimension. Everyone you were attached to wasn't assigned to your future. It's time to stop grieving what I've already judged unworthy to continue with you. There is no anointing in staying connected to what I've already ended. The dry places are not your punishment, they are your protection. You weren't sent here to make everyone comfortable. You were sent to fulfill an assignment, and that assignment requires obedience without attachment. You've prayed for clarity, and I'm giving it, not in words, but in shifts. The clarity you asked for is coming in the form of doors closing, conversations ending, and opportunities drying up. Stop trying to resuscitate what I've already buried. Your destiny is too great to be delayed by your desire for comfort. If I'm shaking things up, it's because I'm stirring you forward. I am not cruel, I'm calculated. When you're aligned with my will, discomfort is often the loudest confirmation. So walk away when I say it's time. Don't explain, don't apologize, just obey. You don't need validation for what I've already made inevitable. This departure isn't random, it's prophetic. I scheduled it before you even knew the door existed. What you're leaving behind is nothing compared to the inheritance ahead. You're not walking away, you're walking into. I've prepared a place for you, and no one else can take it. This exit is your entrance. The door may feel small, but the room it opens to is massive. You're not escaping, you're being escorted. I've ordered angels to accompany you as you step into unfamiliar territory with supernatural assurance. Don't let familiarity make you forfeit what I've declared finished. I'm removing the fog from your mind and the weight from your soul. Your vision is being sharpened, and your spirit is awakening. You're not confused, you're being cleared. What you thought was hesitation was me creating separation. I didn't let it work because it wasn't supposed to. I didn't let them stay because they couldn't carry the next. Your obedience will unlock what your effort never could. Depart boldly. Depart decisively. This isn't a transition, it's a launch. The delay was divine training, but now it's time to depart. And as you prepare to leave, understand this, you're not leaving as you were. You're leaving transformed. What broke you in the last place built the strength required for the next. You're not leaving empty. You're leaving equipped. I don't pull you from something without planting you into something greater. This departure is the evidence that your preparation is complete. I'm not just taking you somewhere new. I'm introducing you to who you've become. You've outgrown where you were. And now, Chosen One, it's time to move. Chosen One, the reason it's been so heavy lately is because your departure is not just physical, it's spiritual. You're leaving behind identities that were never yours, expectations that suffocated your calling, and atmospheres that dulled your discernment. I'm cutting ties not just with people, but with patterns. This is not about relocation, it's about redefinition. You can't carry an old mindset into a new move. What was tolerated in the last season will be toxic in this one. You were never meant to adapt to dysfunction just to keep the peace. I'm pulling you out so I can pull you up. I have not forgotten the promises I whispered in your secret place. The dreams you shelved out of disappointment, I'm dusting them off. The visions you doubted because nothing looked like what I showed you, I'm resurrecting them now. Just because it took longer doesn't mean I changed my mind. Delay is not denial, it's design. I had to build your spirit before I could release your promise. I'm not interested in giving you something that your foundation can't carry. What's coming requires maturity, authority, and a refusal to settle. That's why I had to hold you in place until you outgrew what was beneath you. You've been hidden, not because you were unqualified, but because you were too valuable to be exposed prematurely. The hiding season was your training ground. I let you be overlooked so that I could oversee your development without distraction. I silenced applause so you could hear my voice, and now that your roots are deep, it's time for your fruit to show. You won't have to announce this move. I will reveal it through undeniable results. They won't understand how you rose so fast. It's because they didn't see how long you were buried. I am the one who exalts in due season, and this is your due season. I'm not calling you to explain your obedience. I'm calling you to walk in it. Your clarity will come in motion, not in analysis. Stop trying to map out what I've already made straight. This journey will not make sense to the natural mind, but it was never meant to. You don't need agreement, you need alignment. And I am the one you align with. I'm not looking for your understanding, I'm looking for your trust. The moment you move, the moment things unlock. This is a supernatural departure, and every step you take is surrounded by purpose. Let's lock this in. Hit that like button right now. Subscribe if you're feeling this shift. Drop 55 in the comments. It represents covenant, new beginnings, and divine alignment. You've been feeling the urgency because time is collapsing around your obedience. The reason doors have been closing faster is because I'm compressing the timeline. What took years for others will take months for you. This departure is tied to acceleration. I'm making up for every delay with a season of divine speed. What was hard will now flow. What was blocked will now break open. This is not just a season shift, it's a dimension shift. You are being elevated above the cycles that once held you hostage. You are stepping into a realm that doesn't respond to effort, but to obedience. You've mourned long enough over what you lost. It's time to move forward and receive what I've reserved. I did not take it from you to hurt you. I removed it to heal you. Everything you lost in the last place was preparation for what you're about to inherit. I never remove without replacing in overflow. Let that grief turn to gratitude now. The betrayal, the abandonment, the closed doors, it was all divine intervention. Nothing was wasted. Every wound has become wisdom. Every setback is now a setup. Your departure will be the beginning of undeniable evidence that I was always with you. You are not going alone. I go before you and I surround you. Fear has no place where I have ordered your steps. The moment you feel doubt, remember, I authored this exit. This is my doing, and I don't make mistakes. Walk forward even if your legs shake. Move even if your voice trembles. I will stabilize you as you obey. You are not being sent out to survive. You are being released to reign. The mantle you carry cannot remain hidden any longer. It's time, chosen one. Go. Chosen one. You've been feeling the tension because your spirit already knows what your mind is still trying to accept. It's over. That chapter, that connection, that comfort zone, it's over. I'm not asking you to agree with it emotionally. I'm commanding you to obey it spiritually. This is not a suggestion. It is a divine mandate. Your life is too valuable for you to keep entertaining expired environments. You are too anointed to stay where you are merely tolerated. When I say it's time to go, that word is final. Don't let sentiment make you miss your season. I gave you grace for a time, but that grace has now lifted. The reason everything feels harder is because I have withdrawn my permission. You're trying to force what I have already finished. You're praying for peace in a place I've marked for departure. You're begging for confirmation when you've already received instruction. I will not bless rebellion disguised as patience. I will not bless fear dressed as wisdom. You don't need another sign. You need to step out. Stop looking for comfort in places I've already vacated. You're not being abandoned. You're being activated. What's ahead of you requires a level of obedience that cannot be mixed with emotional hesitation. You cannot carry your calling and your comfort at the same time. You must choose, and I've already chosen you, but now it's time for you to choose me. This departure is not a punishment, it's a promotion. You are being called out because you've been called up. Higher requires holier. Greater requires braver. The life you've asked me for cannot coexist with the patterns you've refused to let go of. So I'm shaking it all now, not to hurt you, but to awaken you. I have gone ahead of you and cleared the path. What you're afraid to lose was never yours to keep. The people you thought you needed were actually holding you back. The places you begged to stay were too small for the promise I'm birthing in you. You've already seen the signs. You've already felt the unrest. Now I'm telling you with finality, it's time to go. Don't try to figure out where you're going. Just follow the sound of my voice. My provision meets you in motion. Your miracle is waiting at the place of your obedience. You've become too familiar with bondage and started calling it balance. But I'm breaking that off you now. I'm snapping every soul tie, every emotional chain, every lie that said, you're not ready. You are more ready than you think. I wouldn't be calling you out if you weren't equipped to walk out. There is authority in your yes and power in your obedience. You're not just stepping into something, you're stepping into someone. The version of you I created before the world tried to reshape you. This departure is not about changing location, it's about reclaiming identity. You're not late, you're right on time. This is the exact moment I have aligned for your release. Don't compare your journey to theirs. Don't look around at what they're building. What I'm doing in you is customized and sacred. I have set this time apart as the hinge point of your life. One act of obedience in this season will unlock generational change. What you do now won't just affect you, it will break cycles, release favor, and set things in motion for everyone attached to your name. The weight of this moment is heavy because its impact is eternal. I will give you everything you need as you move, but nothing you need will show up until you move. Provision follows obedience. Revelation follows movement. You don't get to see everything before you believe. I've never operated that way. You must trust me in the dark, follow me through the fog, and know that I am not leading you into confusion, but into consecration. You were born for more, and now the more is calling. Let go of the edge. Step out of the boat. Watch what I do the moment your foot hits the water. Chosen one, this is your Red Sea moment. I am not asking you to swim, I'm commanding the waters to part, but they won't move until you do. You've waited long enough. You've questioned yourself long enough. You've sat still long enough. Now rise, walk, depart. The wilderness is not your sentence, it's your passageway. On the other side of this departure is the very promise you've cried out for. I've heard every tear. I've caught every prayer. And now I'm answering them with this command. Go. Chosen one, the reason I'm removing you is because where you're going requires a cleaner atmosphere. You don't need more inspiration, you need insulation. The warfare you've faced lately has not been random. It's been resistance to your release. Every attack, every misunderstanding, every delay, it was all part of the transition. You've been wondering why the pressure has intensified, and it's because pressure always precedes birth. I'm not punishing you, I'm pushing you. You are being delivered into destiny. The contractions you feel are not chaos, they're confirmation. You cannot bring everyone with you. Stop trying to convince people I never called. This next move is not a group assignment, it's personal. I separated you to sanctify you. I isolated you to ignite you. This is not abandonment, it's advancement. Some were only assigned to your last season, and they cannot comprehend the call on your next one. If you try to hold on to what I'm trying to cut off, it will cost you. Let me do the cutting. Let me do the cleansing. I know what must stay and what must be left behind. This departure will expose your loyalty. Do you trust me or your comfort? Are you more committed to your calling or your connections? I'm putting your obedience on display not to test your love, but to reveal your readiness. You say you trust me. Now show me by stepping. No more hypotheticals, no more what-ifs. You've prayed for a new season. Now walk like you believe it. Trust cannot remain theoretical, it must become practical. Departing in faith is the purest form of worship. It declares, God, I believe you more than I believe what I see. I have been whispering, but now I'm commanding. This isn't just a season change, it's a government change. I'm placing you under a new jurisdiction, the realm of destiny. The rules are different here. The grace is heavier, the expectations are higher, but so are the rewards. You've outgrown seasonal blessings. Now I'm preparing you for sustained favor. No more temporary wins, no more short-lived joy. What I'm bringing you into will last. This is the beginning of a permanent shift. But you must depart completely, not partially. Half obedience is still disobedience. You can't keep one foot in the old and one in the new. It won't work this time. I am jealous for your full surrender. I want all of you, not just the parts you're comfortable giving up. The fire you've walked through has refined you for this. You've been tested, proven, and prepared. You're not fragile. You're forged. You're not uncertain. You're awakened. I have taken you through every valley so that you could walk in this authority. Now you will see why I allowed what I allowed. Every delay had a purpose. Every pain had a lesson. And now, everything has aligned. You will feel lighter as you obey. The anxiety will break. The fog will lift. The weight will fall. That's how you'll know it's me. My yoke is easy. My burden is light. Peace doesn't always mean it's easy, but it always means it's me. I will confirm your departure by lifting the heaviness as soon as you step. It won't make sense to the mind, but it will resonate with your spirit. That's how you'll know it's divine. I'm not interested in your comfort. I'm after your calling. And your calling demands movement. You've outgrown the identity they keep trying to hold you in. You're not the same person who entered that place. You're wiser now, stronger now, more discerning now. That's why you don't fit anymore. You're not being rejected. You're being redirected. I will not let you shrink to make others feel safe. You were not born to blend in. You were born to break through. So let them go. Let it fall. Let me elevate you. This departure is the beginning of your unveiling. And when they ask where you went, just tell them, God called me higher. That's all they need to know. Your fruit will explain the rest. Your favor will silence their questions. Your peace will prove the move was me. This departure will not diminish you. It will define you. You're not running, you're rising. You're not escaping, you're expanding. You're not afraid, you're aligned. This is your moment, chosen one. Walk through the gate. The next dimension is waiting. Chosen one, everything familiar is being stripped because I don't want you anchored in anything but me. You've leaned on people, titles, systems, none of which were designed to hold you in this next place. That's why I'm removing false support, so you can learn to stand on the solid rock of my word alone. What you thought was a setback was actually scaffolding being taken down. You don't need a crutch when I've built you to carry authority. This departure is not about what's behind you. It's about what's within you. I'm not just changing your environment, I'm calling forth your essence. You've been asking for elevation, but elevation demands separation. You can't rise and remain at the same level of conversation, agreement, or mentality. I'm calling you out of low places, low thoughts, low standards, low identity. You've been too humble in the wrong areas. It's time to rise and take your seat. This departure isn't just a response to dysfunction, it's a return to dominion. You're not leaving as a refugee, you're ascending as royalty. Walk like it, talk like it, think like it. You are no longer subject to the gravity of what once grounded you. I've been training your appetite. That dissatisfaction you've been feeling, it's not rebellion, it's revelation. You've tasted purpose, and now you can't settle for imitation. That frustration is not weakness. It's the awakening of your true hunger. And I'm about to satisfy it in full. I'm bringing you into a place where you no longer chase crumbs but feast at my table. You won't have to beg for what I've already made yours. The season of striving is over. I'm calling you to abide, not hustle. In my will, the flow is effortless and the provision is complete. There's a pace I've prepared for you, and it's not frantic, it's focused. You don't need to compete, you don't need to rush. You're not behind. You're in perfect alignment with my timing. I've hidden you, refined you, and now I'm releasing you. But the release starts with obedience. That's why this departure is the signal. The moment you step, things will accelerate. The clarity will come, the connections will show up, the doors will swing open. I've already assigned favor to meet you in the place I'm calling you to. It's waiting for your movement. I'm even redeeming the time. The years you thought were wasted. I'm folding them into this moment. I will cause one step of obedience to do what 10 years of effort never could. You thought you were behind, but you're actually being launched. I delayed the manifestation so I could build the man. I delayed the promise so I could shape the prophet. And now you're ready. Ready to carry what others would have collapsed under. Ready to build without needing applause. Ready to rise without losing your soul. This is divine compensation. Let me be clear. This departure is not optional if you want the promise. I won't force you, but I won't alter the plan either. The inheritance is in the new place. The breakthrough is in the next step. The healing is in the letting go. You can't cling to the old and walk into the new. This is your moment to choose. I have set life and death before you. Choose life. Choose forward. Choose the unknown with me, over the known without me. You're not stepping into darkness. You're stepping into destiny. And I will meet you there with power. Stop rehearsing what didn't work. Stop mourning what didn't last. It wasn't meant to carry you this far. Some things were only meant to teach, not to stay. Some relationships were only meant to spark the next version of you, not walk beside it. I used it, but I never meant for you to idolize it. Let it go. Trust me with what's next. I authored your beginning, and I've already finished your future. What's coming is greater, deeper, and more sacred than anything you've known, but you must release to receive. So breathe deep and begin again. The departure is not your ending, it's your arrival. You are stepping into clarity, into calling, into covenant. You are not wandering, you're being led. This is your burning bush moment, your Jordan River crossing, your cloud by day and fire by night. I am with you. I go before you. And now I say again, depart, chosen one. Depart with boldness, with faith, and with eyes fixed on me. Chosen one, I am not just calling you to leave, I'm calling you to ascend. This departure is not about running from the past. It's about running toward the purpose. I've placed a weight on your spirit not to crush you, but to carry glory. You are leaving the land of survival and stepping into the realm of supernatural supply. This shift won't just impact your situation, it will shift your identity. You're not who they remember, you're who I've refined. And as you go, you will see how much has changed, not just around you, but within you. I've been preparing you for this behind the scenes. You thought I was silent, but I was sculpting. You thought I was still, but I was setting everything in place. You weren't stuck, you were being stabilized. You weren't forgotten, you were being fortified. What looked like delay was the discipline of destiny. I was teaching you how to walk when no one was watching, so that when the light hits you, you won't break under pressure. I didn't allow the stage until your heart was stable, and now it is. That's why the departure must happen now. The next environment is already waiting. The people are prepared. The provision is in place. You're not walking into uncertainty. You're walking into a setup. I've gone before you to make the crooked places straight. I've lined up resources, allies, insights, and timing. But it all hinges on your obedience. This departure is the key that unlocks it. Don't let fear cause you to forfeit. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to follow the one who does. The unknown to you is known to me. Trust the guide, not just the ground. You are transitioning from assignment to authority. No longer a student of struggle. You are now a steward of solutions. The pain you endured was not wasted. It was planted. And now it will bloom into wisdom, impact, and influence. People will seek you out, not for what you went through, but for how you overcame. This departure will mark you. You'll never be the same again, and that's exactly the point. I'm not recycling the old you. I'm revealing the true you. You're about to see yourself clearly for the first time. The loneliness you felt was part of the elevation. You can't hear me clearly when you're surrounded by noise. That's why I pulled you away before I promoted you. Now you'll recognize my voice without needing a crowd to confirm it. This new place requires clean discernment. You can't afford to be distracted by opinions. I am your validation. I am your source. I am your yes and amen. Walk with me, and I will walk you into places your resume could never touch. Your name is already being spoken in rooms you haven't entered yet. Don't delay, don't detour, don't defer. What I'm doing is time-sensitive. There is a window open in the spirit right now, and it will not remain forever. Move while the grace is fresh. Obey while the oil is flowing. I am not asking for perfection. I am commanding participation. If you go now, you will go with power. If you delay, you risk missing the moment. This is not fear, it's urgency. I don't operate in human schedules. I move on heaven's timeline, and your moment is now. I will confirm this departure not only through peace but through power. As you obey, miracles will manifest. The shift won't take long. The favor will be obvious. You'll feel the wind of my spirit pushing you forward. Things will align quickly. Doors that were stuck will suddenly open. Conversations that stalled will begin again. Opportunities you thought were lost will reappear, but only on the other side of obedience. Your departure is not a gamble. It's a guarantee of divine acceleration. So go. Go without needing closure. Go without needing agreement. Go because I said it. I've made a way. I've cleared the air. I've dismantled the distractions. And now I say again, go. Chosen one, your departure is not the end of something small. It's the beginning of something supernatural. You were born for this. Now it's time to walk in it. Chosen one, I've brought you to this final edge not to frighten you, but to free you. You've been circling the same mountain long enough. Now the terrain has changed, and the only direction left is forward. The reason the familiar stopped feeling safe is because I've pulled my presence from it. I will not dwell where you refuse to move. I am in the motion. I am in the momentum. This departure is not a demotion, it is divine propulsion. You are not being left behind. You are being lifted out. You've been carrying questions, but I'm giving you courage instead. You don't need all the details, you need direction. And I've given it to you. That unsettling in your spirit, that's me. That pull on your chest, that's me. That internal knowing that something is about to shift, yes, chosen one, that's me. Stop calling it anxiety when it's actually activation. The movement you feel is not your imagination. It's your mantle waking up. You are out of excuses, out of time, and fully in the center of my will. Now obey. What waits for you is not just another season, it is a realm, a place where my favor flows without interruption, a place where your voice carries weight, a place where your gifts multiply without burnout. You were not built for constant resistance. You were forged for flow. This is your place of overflow, not opposition. But it cannot be accessed from where you stand now. You must go forward. No more delays. No more cycles. No more bargaining. What I have for you will not wait on fear. Let's pause real quick. Like the video if this word is speaking to you. Subscribe so you don't miss what's next. And comment 55. Your sign of divine alignment and the doorway to your new beginning. This is the final call. Not because my grace runs out, but because this moment will never return in the same way. I don't repeat doors. I open them once, and those who are aligned walk through. You've asked me to move, and I'm saying I already did. Now it's your turn. Step, not later. Now. Your faith is not measured by what you believe while seated. It's proven by what you walk out while uncertain. And even if your feet tremble, I will steady you. I am establishing you in a place of prominence, not for pride, but for purpose. What I give you will not just elevate your life. It will expand my kingdom. This departure will look like loss to some, but it is gain in the spirit. I'm calling you into territory others didn't believe you could handle, but I know what I placed in you. I know the weight you carry, and I know the victory that awaits. You're not going empty. You're going equipped. Your voice will shake regions. Your presence will shift atmospheres. This is not hype, it is heaven. Those who watched you suffer will now witness you rise, and they will know it was me who raised you. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. I will vindicate you with visibility. I will honor your secret obedience with open reward. You won't need to defend your move. Your fruit will do that for you. The ones who questioned your silence will now be silenced by your transformation, and you will give me the glory with every step forward. Chosen one, the old place cannot hold the new you. The old mindset cannot manage the new mantle. The old cycles cannot contain the coming power. This is more than a move, it is a rebirth. Your spirit has been groaning for this. Your destiny has been waiting for this, and now everything aligns. This is the moment where you say goodbye to lesser and hello to legacy. Depart, not with doubt, but with divine assurance. It's happening now. Chosen one, this is your final confirmation. You are not mistaken. You are not delusional. You are not making this up. That inner knowing, that sudden urgency, that wave of unrest, it is divine. I, the Lord your God, am declaring once and for all, your departure is ordained. You cannot stay in what I've ended. You cannot dwell in what I've drained. The oil has moved, and so must you. If you delay, you disobey. If you hesitate, you forfeit. If you trust me, you move. This departure is not about timing, it's about trust. You've waited long enough. You've received enough confirmation. Now I'm requiring action. The realm of miracles is reserved for those who move when I speak. I am not interested in comfort. I am calling you into covenant. I am not asking for your ease. I am asking for your faith. You will not collapse when you step. You will soar. You will not fail when you follow. You will flourish. The moment you obey, the moment the heavens respond, the earth will yield, the atmosphere will shift, the doors will open. Don't ask me to do what I've already done. Don't pray for clarity when I've already spoken. Don't beg for signs when I've given you the word. Move, chosen one. Move in faith. Move in fire. Move because the kingdom is calling. You were not born to fit. You were born to lead. You were not anointed to maintain. You were chosen to advance. This departure is not just a move of geography. It's a move of glory. It's happening now, and you are the vessel. You are the moment. You are the shift. You don't need one more meeting, one more dream, one more prophecy. You need to obey. You've been trained, tried, and tested. And now you're being trusted. Depart with peace, depart with boldness, depart with assurance. I go before you, I surround you, and I will meet you there. Chosen one, your departure is not only authorized, it's ordained. Now go. It's happening now.